All right, so today definitely went good, but I am sure it could have went a little bit better. So I took one set of my deadlifts off for my secondary because I wanted to try something with my first set, and that left me feeling a lot more fatigued than I was expecting. So honestly, I was just being kind of lazy. Didn't want to do the fourth set. Um, and I could actually tell going into these deadlifts that I felt very slightly detrained. Uh, Not really, like, technique was very snappy, strength was good. It's just uh my body wasn't quite as acclimated to the stress as it should have been. So that was kind of messing me up in my sets. And also slack pull for deadlifts is looking really weird. Like my so everything's good. It's way better than it has been, but my warm-ups look a decent amount different than my top set does. And obviously, at a heavier weight, slack pull just isn't going to be the same. But I think a part of it is I might be a little bit scared to fully push my hips in. So I think I want to kind of get into the habit of being a little bit more aggressive with all my slack pulls and try to bring that same aggression or assertiveness in my top sets. Uh, but everything went well, moved very fast. It did have kind of, or it looked like a sticking point at the top, but it wasn't really a strength issue. It was, I went up fast and my hips hadn't started, my hips didn't start coming in yet. So I had to kind of pause um, before I fully locked out. Uh, and for bench, I really just wasn't locked in today, honestly. Like leg drive was off. Uh, Lat tension was off. Uh, I did also add in two new chest movements with incline press and very deep stretch uh, flies. So that contributed to me kind of just feeling all around weird with the movement and just being a little harder for me to lock things in. But other than that, things went really well. Um, my pauses were good. I did actually get my leg drive better in my last set, so I'm gonna try to bring that over for bench primary. Um, so with accessories, I took out my adductors and increased the RPE for my abductors very slightly, just so that lockout strength uh, with my glutes would be a little bit better. And with that, I added in an extra core movement in place of my abductors or no adductors. So I added obliques. Don't know exactly what they're called, but just doing some side bends with a cable, and that actually felt really good. Like while doing them, the pump I got in between sets, like I felt strangely stable, and it also kind of alleviated some of the back. It's not pain. My back just gets kind of uncomfortable uh, sometimes warming up for deadlifts. but then that goes away. So I felt like my entire midsection was just a lot more stacked. And so sitting down in between sets, I could actually tell that my back wasn't rounding over as much. So yeah, that's definitely going to be good for both squat and deadlift. Likely bench as well, just because core is good for everything. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Today doesn't really have very much substance um outside of the primary movements. It's just some very, very small amount of hypertrophy work because deadlifts are pretty taxing. And then I have 5 sets of long pause bench with which is also pretty taxing. Uh so like even if I were to add another movement or increase the RPE, it'd probably affect my recovery. It definitely is going to happen a little longer down the line once my work capacity increases and I get a little bit more used to what I'm doing currently. But I think that's going to be it.